Well, here we go. My first time at recording myself gaming. And the game I have picked to play is Dwarf Fortress. Those of you not familiar with this is the worst game. It's also the best game. That might not make a lot of sense, but believe me, that's how it works. Now, first thing I need to do is remember how to play the game. Let's try return to title screen. There we are, create new world. I am going to create a new world. I've done a bit of initial setup. I am using the lazy noob pack because it's stupid not to. I've got a square tile set so that the square buildings are actually square. I have got DF hack installed, so I've turned off aquifers. If you don't know what an aquifer is, lucky you. In Dwarf Fortress they are basically a thing that comes and ruins your fortress. There are a lot of things in Dwarf Fortress that will come and ruin your fortress, so just switching one of them off is a good place to start. Right, let's create a new world. This could take a little while. I don't know what's going on the screen here. What's going on in the background is that the complete history of the world is being generated. There is a wiki to play this game. You cannot play it without it, believe me. Right, we are creating a world. What kind of world do we want? I'm going for a short history. Well, I'm trying to go for a short history. Okay, it's going okay. Number of civilizations, let's go for low beasts and very low savagery and very high minerals. And we'll also go for a small world so we aren't generating it all day. Right, that'll do. Well, there's the world. The Dark Goblin Fortress of Kunem. The Mire of Grinding. All of these names are procedurally generated. You can see there's some stuff happening on the screen. I'm not sure what it is. The years are ticking past there on the left. The Age of Myth. Oh, it's the year 100. 982 people dead. My god, it's like coronavirus all over again. Maybe this wasn't the best game to play. Oh well. Let's see how it goes. Stuff is happening. There's a big pink patch. Not sure what that's all about. The Circular Hills. The Infinite Forest. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's see, it's the year 125 and I think time has stopped. We are ready to start. Let's find somewhere to build our fortress. The Warm Continent, the Infinite Forest. I'm liking the sound of that. Trees are useful. The Absolute Dimensions. The Warm Continent, that sounds promising. What you really want is temperate, and I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at here. Just scroll the cursor around. The Slippery Steps, so they sound bad. And cold. We got the Smooth Murk, no, that sounds awful. The Dune of Speechlessness. The Equal Forests, it sounds more like it. Oh, right on the coast, let's go for that. I haven't done a coastal fort before. Let's see what it's like. I could tell you what's happening at this point, but honestly, I haven't a clue. Coin information. Like I said, when you generate a world in Dwarf Fortress, it does generate the complete history of the world, which in this case is 125 years of it. Oh, and we're ready to go. We have a world, let's get into it. Right, there are 3 modes we can play. Actual Dwarf Fortress, Adventurer, which is a sort of roguelike thing, and Legends, which is where you can read the complete history of the world. Let's go with Dwarf Fortress. I've never seen this before. This is a new version of the game. I haven't played recently. Let's have a look. Oh, I think we're ready to find somewhere to play. I thought I'd already picked somewhere, but... right, well, I recall I liked that nice little coastal area. Let's have a look. We have... it's a hot, heavily forested wilderness. It's got very deep soil, shallow and deep metals and flux-stone. That's generally good. Right, next door we have scorching. That's bad. Here we have an island. Wow, I haven't done an island before. Tropical moist bridulf. I don't know what that means. Forest. Hot, heavily forested. It's got sand, clay, very deep soil, shallow. Yeah, it's got everything we need. Let's go. How do I enter? E for embark. Okay, an area with salt water. Yes, I'm not going to make it hard for myself at this early stage in the game. Let's go for somewhere a bit nicer. Here we are. Tropical shrubland. Oh, this one has a stream. Yeah, I think this will do. The quiescent hills. Let's embark in the quiescent hills. And with a stream called Relieved Faces. All of these names are procedurally generated. They can be quite entertaining. E for embark. Oh, apparently it still might be difficult to survive. The game is trying to help me out here. This one has mirthful surroundings. I don't know what it means, but it's got a brook and probably isn't going to tell me off about salt water, so let's go for it. It seems happy. Right, now we have a variety of starter packs of equipment. I'm going for this easy start mode for new players. Well, I'm not a new player, I'm not actually very good at this bit, so let's go for it. So here we have, I have 7 peasant dwarfs with no useful skills. Oh no, this first one is a miner. No, they do have some useful skills between them. We have a mason and stonecrafter, those are good to have. Woodcrafter. And carpenter, yep. Well, that'll be our farmer. Woodcutter, yes, you need those. And a warrior of some kind. Right, good bunch. Let's have a look. We've got some items. Copper picks, yep, those are useful. 2 of those. We've got an anvil, those are incredibly useful. No one knows where anvils come from, you can't make them. Well, you can make them, but you need an anvil to make them. No one knows where the first anvil came from. So we've got some useful bits and pieces, we've got some seeds, some food to keep us going while we get the seeds growing, and lots of booze. Because there is nothing that dwarves like quite like booze. Right, we're ready to go. E for embark. E for embark? Oh, something's happening. I should note, while this game looks like it has nothing particularly in the way of graphics, it is an absolute beast to run. Here we are. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidden wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Onal Vudthar. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place, Ostar Medtob. Buried blockade. Strike the earth. So, welcome to the fortress of Buried Blockade, which has disappeared. Let's hope it comes back to us soon, otherwise I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's entirely possible the game has just crashed. Perhaps I'll leave it there for now. Goodbye.